Hi, I'm Rachel Spots and I'm doing my video on how to teach someone how to barbell back squat while using forward chaining. A behavioral chain is a sequence of discriminative stimuli and responses. Each SD in a behavioral chain is a cue for the next response, a conditioned reinforcer for the previous responses used, and each response produces a cue for the next response. Stimuli and response connections are links in the chain. Forward chaining starts with the first step of the chain, and then this first step must be mastered before proceeding to the next one. The trainer provides prompts and reinforcers for the next step that is being taught. On every single trial, all previously mastered steps are required. Warning: this exercise may cause potential harm if not performed correctly. Stop exercise immediately if you feel any discomfort at any time. This is an intermediate exercise and only should be performed once the body weight squat has been mastered first. This chain has about 15 steps, and the first is rearranging the rack so it fits your height appropriately. You want the bar to be just below your average standing height so you can lift it up when you're performing the exercise. Once the bar is set at the appropriate height, the next step is the grip of the bar. You want to grip the bar right outside of your shoulders or wherever is most comfortable for you. You want to have a firm grip on the bar, but not be supporting the weight of the bar with your hands. Good. Now that the grip is in place, it's time to position the bar on your back. While holding onto your grip, duck your head under the bar and place it on your traps or on the back of your shoulders. Once you feel the bar is in a comfortable position on your traps, squeeze your shoulder blades together and slightly arch the upper part of your back to create support for the bar. Good. Now that you have proper grip and position of the bar, it's time to unrack it. To do this, stand with your feet shoulder width apart with both feet directly underneath the bar. Unrack the bar by slowly straightening your legs and slowly taking steps backwards to make sure you are completely clear of the rack. Looks great. Now that you're clear of the rack, make sure to readjust your stance, toes, and grip if needed. Your feet should be shoulder width apart and under your shoulders. Toes should be angled slightly outward and kept flat on the floor throughout the entire exercise. After stance and footing are correct with the bar on your back, make sure your knees are kept in line with your feet and that they are never extended past your toes. Okay, now with the proper form and information, it's time to begin the movement. To start, you want to bend your knees and hips at the same time. While maintaining form and holding your core tight, push your hips back as if sitting in a chair, keeping knees pushing outward and in line with your feet. Good. At the bottom of the rep, make sure to keep your back flat and core tight. Great. Now get depth in the squat by breaking even or parallel so that your hips are lower than your knees. There you go. Now push up through your heels with force, keeping your chest high, elbows forward, and head neutral. Great job. Throughout the exercise, the bar should move only vertically on a straight line and should have very limited horizontal movement. Now that you have mastered grip positioning, form, and the movement, if you wish to do more than one rep, you want to stand with your hips and knees locked in between reps. Before doing the next rep, tighten core and everything up and make sure to keep breathing. Once you're done, re-rack the barbell by locking hips and legs and taking slow steps forward while carefully placing the bar onto the rack. Great job, you did it. Just a few tips. Remember to breathe throughout the exercise. Keep your movement slow and controlled. Maintain your form throughout the entire exercise from beginning to end. If step is forgotten, start from the beginning and then continue throughout the chain, starting from the first. Keep your core tight throughout the entire exercise. Earn each rep, meaning don't continue to another rep if you do not feel comfortable doing so. Please stop at any time if you feel any discomfort during the exercise. In conclusion, forward chaining should be used in most, if not all, physical training practices. This is because it allows the breakdown of each individual step of the chain while using reinforcers along the way.